Alright, let's break this down. Listen up, because this is going to hit you in a way that makes your head spin at first. But when it lands, it's going to leave a mark. A mark that rewrites how you see the world, how you see yourself, and how you move through it. Let's start simple, because the foundational truth here is something you've probably already experienced, even if you haven't quite put your finger on it yet. You ever notice how people are attracted to certainty? Ever walked into a room and felt it? The confidence in a person's posture, the energy they carry. That's power. And guess what? That power is available to you right now. If you can shift the way you think about yourself, your life, and your choices. But here's the catch. If you don't grab hold of it, someone else will. And that's when the frustration, the doubt, the victim mentality starts creeping in. Let me tell you how this works. When you stand up straight, shoulders back, chest open, you're telling the world something, and they can feel it. You're saying, I'm here, I'm present, I'm in control. The world responds to that energy. People respond to that energy. And when you show, you're able to lead in every situation. You're the one they're going to follow. So why is this important? Why do women respond to this? Because deep down, they want security, they want strength. They want a man who can hold his ground in the face of tests, in the face of challenges. But here's the thing. They're going to test you. And if you fail that test, if you show weakness, not the vulnerability that shows strength, but the weakness that comes from not being able to stand tall in the face of challenges, they'll recoil. And that's when things get tricky. So, how do you pass these tests? Let's break this down step by step. You know that feeling when you're on top of the world, like nothing can touch you? You stand in front of the mirror and look at yourself like you're the king of the world. That's not just a mental game, it's a physical one too. When you embody strength, when you feel strong inside and out, the body starts responding with more confidence, more energy. Your thoughts align with that state. Here's the kicker. The more you show strength, the more the world will give you opportunities to reinforce that strength. And what's the result? You become irresistible. Because people, they're drawn to power. Now you know how it feels to be in front of the storm, right? You know how it feels when life comes at you fast. And you're just fighting your way through it. But what about being the shelter? Think about it. When the storm hits, you want to be the one that people turn to for stability. When chaos surrounds you, you're the one who remains calm, composed and powerful. You're the storm in the shelter. And guess what? That's when the real dominance comes in. It's not about being loud. It's not about showing off. It's about manifesting control and letting people see your internal strength. Vulnerability is strength, but here's where we go deep. Vulnerability, you've heard it before. Be vulnerable, they say. Open up. Well, guess what? Women don't want your vulnerability if it's a cry for help. What do I mean by that? When a man opens up, but does so out of weakness, as if seeking sympathy or approval, he's instantly losing respect. That's not vulnerability, that's victimhood. But vulnerability displayed as strength. Now we're talking. When you share your wounds, but stand firm, stay sovereign, that's when the power comes through. Here's how you do it. Imagine you're facing a challenge, right? The world is telling you to fold, to give in, to let things slide, but you don't. You show up, you stand tall, even though you're carrying the weight. You share that weight, but not to ask for sympathy. You share it because you've already conquered it. And by showing it, you're saying, look, I've been there. I've fought through this, and I'm still standing. I'm still the one that you can count on. That's the power. That's the king's vulnerability. Why the victim mentality will kill your game. Let's talk about the victim mentality. When you choose to play that game, when you let yourself slip into a place of self-pity, you're done. You've handed over your power to others, and they'll take it without hesitation. But, and this is critical, when you stop playing the victim, when you start making decisions, when you take responsibility for your choices, then and only then does the power come back to you. Now, do you know how this all ties together? Emotional control is king. Mastering your emotions. That's what makes all of this work. If you're constantly reacting, constantly letting life's storms knock you off course, you're never going to be able to command respect. But when you can stay calm under pressure, when you can lead through challenges with emotional stability and unshakable resolve, that is when you've truly stepped into your power. Let's take a look at where this could lead. If you continue this path, here's what happens. Respect. People will start to follow you because they'll feel your certainty. Attraction, not just women, but anyone who understands what strength truly is. They'll be drawn to you. Opportunities. Doors will open because you'll be the one everyone trusts to lead. A compelling life. Your life will be a life that attracts not just success but meaning. Every step will feel aligned with purpose. But if you don't do this, here's where you end up. You stay stuck in mediocrity. You never experience the full potential of your power. You'll continue to lose respect and worse, become invisible. So here's the deal. Every challenge you face is an opportunity. Every test is a chance for you to stand strong, for you to reinforce your dominance, for you to display your strength. When you embrace the fact that you're constantly being tested by life, that you're constantly being given opportunities to show up, that's when you rise. That's when you step into the power of masculinity. So you're going to be the one who steps into the arena, who faces the world and says, I am the storm, and I'm the shelter. Or you're going to be the one who stands small, hiding behind your fears, your excuses, your weaknesses. The choice is yours, but remember, weakness is repulsive, and strength, well, strength is the thing that makes you irresistible. Think about that. Take action on that right now.